This is the coolest Souls-like game I have played in a while. The game is called Death's Story. You're basically a crow that needs to get souls to the company. Well, I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you guys do, leave a like, subscribe, and let's hop into the video. You first start out getting dropped by a bus, and you have to make your way to the auditorium place, I believe. But we have to get through TSA. Apparently, hell has a TSA. I don't know why. He tells me I'm good to go through it, but I'm pretty sure the red light means I have something on me. It's probably the big-ass red sword I have on my back, but he says go ahead through anyway, so I digress. We head to the auditorium, and they give us my assignment. I have to go collect a giant soul and bring it back to HQ. And he tells me while I'm there, I start to age. I become mortal in the human world. The longer I'm there, the more I age. But we head through the door, and this is where we fight our first boss. Man, that's never gonna get old. But this boss was actually pretty easy. All I had to do was keep whacking it and dodging him, and when he goes on his little spider legs, all I had to do is hit the spider legs, and we eventually beat this boss. Easy tutorial boss. So the weapons in the game are a sword and a bow. How you get more arrows, you have to keep hitting people, and that's how you charge up those 4 bars, and you have 4 arrows. This is one of the very unique Souls-like games. I love the map design. I love the mobs in the game. They're really freaking cool. There's this one mob with a face that does a roly-poly at me, and all I had to do was dodge him and keep hitting him, and they're super easy to dodge. Like, I'm gonna be real. They're super easy. And the very cool thing is, this game was only made by 2 people. 2 people made this entire game, and it's fantastic for a 2-person team. Another cool thing I like about this game is when you go into some parts of the area, you have to do a little bit of a level run. These portals pop open, and you have to kill each and every one of them to progress on. I like how there's just waves beyond waves of people you have to get through. It wasn't that challenging, but it was actually pretty fun. But it's very unique from all the reviews I've done before this one. But after we defeat them, we meet this one dude that actually wants to die. He is the keeper of this cemetery, and he wants to die, so he asks us to swing on him, but we're not powerful enough to kill him yet. Another depressing part, if you go over to the right, there's actually a grave he dug for himself. That's up. I'm just gonna say that right now. That is freaking deep. I can't believe. One other gripe I have about this game is how much souls you get from each freaking mob. You only get 2 souls for each mob, or maybe 1. You get 2 or 1 from each mob, and that's all you get. And it takes forever to level up. My God, does it take forever. You might as well just go for the bosses because you'll get more souls than just getting 1 or 2. It just doesn't seem worth it. I cleared it through 3 times, and I still wasn't enough to freaking level up. It was so annoying. But after leveling up, I go wandering around trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, because this place is very confusing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. The entire section of this map is very confusing. I got lost multiple times because everything looks the exact same, but we found the first actual boss we fight. His name is the Guardian of the Door. He's a giant freaking castle in the literal tents. This guy was not that hard. All I'll do is keep swinging on him and then keep dodging him, and then he had this giant laser attack that he had homed on me, but it was easy to strafe through until you got to a second phase where he does all crazy shit, throwing lasers everywhere, just insane. But I got it on my first try because this boss is not that hard either. I don't know if this is because I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls, but I feel like I've gotten better at these type of games, and I have died less. Also forgot to mention the tutorial boss actually dropped the big soul, and this bird knocked me the fuck out and took it from me, and he sacrificed it to the door he's trying to open, but it wasn't enough souls to force the door open. So he basically tells me to go over to east, west, and south to defeat the 3 lords. He told me since he stole my soul and gave it to the door, we have to force that door open to get the soul that he stole from us, because we can't go home without it. So we went around until we reached the church, and we go inside. Another really cool feature in this game, there is puzzles in the game. You have to shoot this fire into the cauldron to unlock the door, which was pretty cool. I like how there's also puzzles you have to figure out in this game, which I love puzzle games. Little Nightmares is one of my favorite series, and I love the puzzles in that game, so I really appreciated the puzzles in this game. We wander around until we found a knockoff Siegmeyer, and this guy actually is pretty funny. His name is Pothead, and he basically calls us Beakface and keeps insulting us, and he basically saying that his grandma actually cursed him and turned him into this little, like, pothead guy. And he actually has soup inside of his freaking cauldron. It is freaking hilarious. But he's basically telling us that he can't get the gate open, so we have to go do it ourselves because for some reason he's an idiot. But I go around and unlocking the right side of the door and the left side of the door, and then the final door actually opens, and me and knockoff Sigmar walk inside. We walk inside, grinding. Basically what you have to do is you have to unlock these doors. Each door has a dead crow you have to get a soul for to unlock the main door. So we do just that, collecting all these souls. We go to the first one. The first one is actually really freaking cool. Each room has a bunch of puzzles you have to figure out, and I loved it very much. The first one we had to do is we had to go up on the ladder and shoot the fire into the cauldron and shoot it again to the next cauldron to unlock the next area. We keep repeating that a bunch of times, get a key, and we get to fight a mini boss. This guy is freaking weird. He has a tongue you have to shoot at. Only his tongue is vulnerable, and he has these two shield things you have to break open and keep swinging at his mouth. On top of that, you also have to deal with other minions that spawn in with him, and it was actually pretty much a challenge. All I had to do is kill the mini dudes and swing at his freaking shield things, and we eventually kill him, and we get our first soul bird. We do this 2 more times the exact same way, but the third one is a little bit different. We have to fight another mini boss. This one is basically a giant pot thing that spins around everywhere. All you have to do is just go up on the ledge, and he cannot reach you at all. You just gotta stay up there and keep shooting at him, and then when you're out of arrows, you go down and keep hitting him, and rinse and repeat, and eventually he dies. So we get the final piece that we need to get through the door. When we walk through, we meet the actual witch of the place. Her name is the Witch of Urns. She basically says that we should leave her home, but we just whack her and she disappears, and we keep on trekking along. So we go to the main door and we walk in it, and we get freaking eaten by a mimic, and we basically had to do another mini game. Now this waves were actually pretty difficult. I died multiple times. It was very, very frustrating until I locked the heck in and I beat this level. The mimic that ate us spit us out, and we actually got a giant freaking crow with the crown, and he gave us a prize for killing him. He gave us a magic spell that allows us to shoot fireballs instead of arrows. We get to switch between them if we want to, and we can use the fire spell to hit things that need to be put on fire instead of relying on the little fire cauldrons to shoot at. But we head around and we wander around in this really cool level. To get across, we have to go on these platforms and hit the bullheads to get further across, and we just keep wandering around until we find the witch that we're looking for, and she blames us for putting thoughts in her grandson's head that he thinks that he has a curse on her, and she's just trying to help people stay alive. But this is where we get into a boss battle. It's just me and the old lady. Now you think this boss fight would be easy, but my god, for some reason it wasn't. It was supposed to be easy. Yes, it was. But for some reason, I kept dying. I kept falling off the freaking platform. It pissed me off. I kept falling off the platform over and over right when she was about to die. I also found very interesting, if you use the fireball when she's in her thing spinning around, if you keep hitting it, she'll actually set on fire, and you can get some extra hits in, which I found very helpful on this fight. This fight was very annoying. She kept disappearing and going on the other side and throwing pots at me that have bombs on it, or she throws the ones that have the little ghoul things that you have to bounce back at her, which it was pretty unique but also very annoying to fight against. But if you hit her enough times, she gets very upset and then jumps into her cauldron and then pops her head out and starts trying to smash you over and over and over. But when she gets tired of that, she goes back in her cauldron, tips over, and starts spinning around shooting freaking fireballs. You can either go straight behind her and just circle around the circle as well. You just need to be faster than she's spinning. Or you can go in the outskirts and just don't get hit. You just stay still and you'll be fine. I found the safest way is to go in the outskirts and let the balls just freaking pass me, pause. But I overcame it and we actually defeated her. She gave us the big soul and we go back to the bird and give it to him. But this is what we're going to be calling the video. This is a very cool game. I would recommend you guys go buy this on Steam or on Xbox or whatever you guys get this game. I really do recommend it. It is a very unique Souls-like game. The combat is really freaking smooth and fun, and it's very surprising only 2 people made this game. It's very good. If I play this game the entire way through, it's about 16 to 15 hours long. If I wanted to 100% it, that would be 60 hours of gameplay, but I don't have that time. But I do recommend you guys pick this game up. It's very fun, and I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you guys do, leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.